guys, and welcome back to a new episode. Today we will be using Sythis Harvest Hand, but it won't be the same Sythis that you've seen across Arena every single day of your life. I've gone for a complete budget build, so this build has no rares and no mythics, and in testing I found that it did quite well. Obviously Sythis is rare, but that's the only exception. So the deck is comprised of a lot of cheap cards. The curve maxes at 4 mana. You'll see a lot of 2 and 3 drops. The amount of lands in the deck, we've got 37 lands and 43 enchantments, so that's pretty good rate. 37 is slightly on the higher end, but there's not many mana rocks in the deck. But yeah, you can see the deck list below. Hopefully you guys like this. It might be able to be easy to craft because you don't need any rares or mythics apart from the general. The general plan of the deck is as you would expect. Basically cast loads of enchantments out, get loads of card advantage, and hopefully overwhelm your opponents with value, essentially. You can protect your general against blue-black decks with Veil of Summer, so don't forget how powerful this is. And you've got Snakeskin Veil as well to protect your general, and stuff like I'll Seed of Life's Bounty, and also put in the Selfless Saviour. So these are important early 1-drops to get out, possibly before Sythis, because people are going to try and kill Sythis like mad, just due to its reputation and how powerful it is. Obviously it is a tier 1 general. Let's see if we can bust the system by not including any rares or mythics. And in testing I did find that I wasn't matched against a lot of tier 1 players, so if you want to play Sythis without having to face the same decks over and over again, this could be the deck for you. So don't forget to leave me a like and a comment maybe in the comment section to see what you liked or disliked about the deck, and subscribe to see more videos like this. So let's get into some games, and hopefully we can win a few games. Thank you Algorithm for putting me against a Illuna combo deck. Let's see if we can survive the onslaught then. So essentially the idea here is Illuna wants to mutate into Omniscience, and Omniscience will be the only permanent in their deck, so that's going to be very easy for them to do. Now let's just hope they don't have removal for Sythis, because that will stifle us very much. So that is the issue with a budget Sythis, unfortunately. So they do have creatures, so I'm not sure what build this is. We can't exile the Paradise Druid. So we've got 1 white. So we could go for the Sentinel's Mark. Squirrel Sanctuary. Let's go for that first. +2 flash. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flash this in if they choose to block Sythis. So let's pretend to offer them the trade. Interesting. So they're not falling for that old trick. Fair enough. So we can seal away their ramp source if they choose to tap it. See what happens. And if not, we can just go for Sentinel's Mark. Stonecoil Serpent. Now that's going to be very good against Sythis. In that case, I'm going to flash this in on the squirrel. Two, 3 squirrel, squirrel. We could Banishing Light the Stonecoil Serpent here. Is that a good option? Yeah, I think that's legit. The Stonecoil Serpent will be annoying, as it means we can never get through the Sythis if we ever power it up. And then we can swing in with the Vigilance Squirrel, which is quite funny for the memes. They have 5 mana now, so they could just... Oh, so they're going to go for the Dreamtail Heron. I do wonder if this is just a value deck, perhaps. We shall have to see. Add 1 mana. So we can't target it still, which is mega annoying. Let's just try and chain some enchantments to get some mana. Nice one. So we do hit the mana. What else could we do? Gift of Paradise could be good. And this taps for 2 mana. So I'm going to pass a turn. I really want them to tap out with the Dream Trail Heron. Trumpeting Gnar. Mutation, get a beast. Right, okay. Damn, they're really stacking that creature. So they're terrified of actually attacking with it, which is rightly so. Let's give her the Transcendent Envoy here. And get rid of the token. Go for the All-Seed. And we still have 2 mana up. But yet again, I'm going to pass the turn and wait for them to make a mistake. That's all we can hope for, really. They have got an absolutely monstrous creature. They're going to go for the Ghidorah now. Yeah, the Hexproof is pretty rough. They're going to get a 3/3, draw a card, and get something into play. Blimey. Are they ever going to swing in? Still no. Okay, so they're being very safe. So Faith's Fetters, that annoyingly can't target anything either. This is getting to silly mode now, because the amount of advantage they're gaining from that is monstrous. Do I do this anyway? Probably. Ah, all that glitters. Now, this is where things get interesting. So this is a 6/6 hexproof flying. Okay, so now we can put this on the squirrel. Fantastic. Alright, now things are getting interesting. Now we can afford to attack in. Taking 14. Right, okay. Right, let's see what happens. We have how much mana? We have 1 mana to protect the squirrel. So we can protect it with the Alseed or the Blossoming Defense. Let's see if they have an answer here. So I think in this style of deck, All That Glitters is probably the best card because it's an uncommon and it's lethal when you have all this stuff. So they don't have any white spells, which means that if we give... Oh my goodness, Ulamog. Right, so this is where they're going to go for our things, but we can still Blossoming Defense, protecting our squirrel. As if they hit an Ulamog. This is an uncommon and commons deck, sure. And their Ghidorah is tapped, which is good for us. Okay, so let's definitely start with Sythis. Seal away the Ghidorah. And can we win this turn? I think possibly. Let's go for the Conclave Tribunal. I'm going to pay 1, 2, 3. This leaves us with some mana open. This exiles the Ulamog, and we win! Awesome victory there. Versus a flipping Ulamog. Okay, opponent goes first with the Velomachus Lawhold. There will be a white-red spells matter kind of deck. They're trying to swing in with the Velomachus and get spells for free. We definitely had to mulligan that, and this is slightly better. We've got some mana to cast our Sythis and a couple of removal spells. Issue with red-white is they're probably going to have a lot of removal for Sythis. So let's start with the Llanowar Elves. And the next turn we can go for the Sythis and keep upgrading for Blossoming Defense. Oh, we could even go for Cultivate as well. Could be quite handy here. Turn 2 Cultivate is always nice. Really good start to a game. Having 5 mana on turn 3, really decent. The ideal turn to play Sythis is the turn you can also play another enchantment. But can't always be that lucky. Dominance and Faithless Looting. That's a pretty sweet turn. 2 spells in one. Okay, so now we want Sythis plus hold up the green for defense. So that's why these type of defense spells are super important, because you can't always guarantee playing enchantments. That's a shame. So that certainly gets around the hexproof there. Luckily, we can try to defend it again. Let's hope they don't have another board wipe. It just shows how powerful Sythis is if people are willing to spend a board wipe to kill it. Here comes Sarkhan. Interesting. So I guess they're looking for a land. If we're not careful, they can cast Velomachus in the following turn. So we definitely do not want that to happen. So we're going to have to use the Ixalan's Binding on Sarkhan, unfortunately. Do they have a protection spell, perhaps? Okay, maybe not.
No peace in defeat.
And we might as well swing in here. Luckily, we still have the Blossoming Defense. So they're 2 mana off casting Velomachus. Deafening Clarion. So yeah, let's see if we can keep Sythis alive by giving a +2 toughness. Nice. It's good to see. So let's start with Siona. She hopefully can find us an aura here. We get the Glittering Forest, which is nice for some ramp. And yeah, that's enough to beat a Rares and Mythics. Plentiful deck. Very nice. Moving on. We go first against Heliod, and our starting hand is quite delightful, so we'll keep this. I could go for the Alseed, but I kind of want to draw an extra card. But saying that, we do want to get a good curve, don't we? Because if we get to turn 3, then the Alseed will be able to protect Sythis as well. So maybe next turn I go for the Signet. Leonid Vanguard, okay. So next turn we will have 4 mana, which would be good. Hopefully they don't have... Ooh, Flying Lifelink, sure thing. Nice, that's a really powerful card actually from Alchemy. Flying Lifelink, whenever it comes into play, or you cast a party spell, choose a party card in your hand, it gets +1/+1 forever. Damn, that's good. Seal away. So maybe we go for the Satyr Enchanter first. We'll set up a bigger turn. Because next turn we can go for Sythis. And then maybe another enchantment, drawing a hell of a lot of cards. Damn, motorbike outside my window. So hopefully we draw a natural land as well. That would be good. And we do. Fantastic. So we're going to be drawing a lot of cards here. And I think we could go for maybe Seal Away at this point. I think it's probably good to get rid of this because not only is it a good blocker, but it's going to pump up the rest of their team. And then, yeah, we'll pass the turn. And we still have the white mana open to protect something with Alseed. Here comes Haliard. Luckily they don't have 3 creatures, or they've gained some life. Okay. So maybe give her some ramp as well. Be good. I do want to hit a land drop. Sweet, so we get a couple of those. And yeah, we go for Rune of Might. We'll put this onto the Satyr Enchanter. Drawing lots of cards. Minimus Containment. Portal Hole. Got so many good cards here. Yeah, and then I think we can start making the Enchanter humongous. Swing with a 10-10. They probably won't block because they can just gain life back anyway. Just got 2 cards. So I think we'll get rid of the Force Worship and Into the North for now. Okay, so in a way that was good because it pulls the hate away from Sythis, and the Sythis is equally as important to keep alive. What else could we do? Portable Hole. So this is an artifact, unfortunately, but could get rid of the Leonin Vanguard, which is nice. So the hits keep coming. And we might as well put this onto the Heliod. So just waste even more of their time. And we still have the 1 mana available to keep Sythis protected from a colour of our choice. Obviously at that point it will turn the... Oh, Ixalan's Binding. Okay. So let's see what they target first. Okay, so yeah, we will lose the enchantment, but at least she will remain on the battlefield. Return it to our hand, activate only if it's on the battlefield or in your grave. That's great, we can get it back anyway, so... Vanishing Light. Yeah, so let's go for more removal. It's pretty crazy, this game. And yeah, that's enough to take out the Heliod player. If you enjoyed watching this video, why not try some of my other videos on my channel? And don't forget to support me by hitting the like and subscribe button for more content like this.